Right, stops there. And then the road goes that way, joins up. Alright, decent. The other end though, let me try and remember how I did this. Stair into diagonal slab. I didn't bring my slabs. I didn't bring slabs. So I don't need this many of those. We bring slabs instead. Should give myself space here, right? Imagine how many blocks of space do I give myself? Because this is gonna diagonal. How much space do I need? Right, when you turn into the diagonal, starting like here, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5. Was that a trader or a witch? No, witches don't sound like that. It's a trader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. Maybe 6 is more comfortable. Alright, 6. Because we're gonna turn... Oops. Turn that way, right? What is 3, 4, 5, 6? Let's make it 7. And then... And then it just disappears into the dirt, I guess. Uh... Um... Bro. So we should probably... Anchor that with the blocks. And then underneath... Then the stairs. How's that turn into that again? Alright, let me go back and check my reference. So there's the corner. Slab, stair, slab. Okay. Right. And then into the diagonal. Block, right, right. So there's the corner. I think that much. Slab there, slab there. Not that one. Block there. Slab, slab, slab. Blocks in there. Slabs in there. And then... what on earth happens here? What a great question. What on earth happens here? Does it just stop? Do I anchor it? With some blocks? Sure. Alright, that's plausible. Of course, the spider defense doesn't actually begin until we get past the gate. The other thing is here, do I change these to walls to stop spiders sliding across that tiny little... I mean, they probably aren't gonna be able to do this, but theoretically they can slide across there unless I change those into walls. Anyway, spider proofing comes later, after I've figured out where the roads go. So this part, like at this point it just goes into the ground, like that, to fill that in. And then here, into the ground. Seems a little silly to extend this all the way like that. Let's see how this looks though. What dirt block? Not dirt block, mud brick block. Mud brick block. There's this too. I have to change where the ground this. I think we'll just end that there. Okay. And then the other end. Where should that go? There? And then here again, like, do I spider-proof? I do need spider-proof there. One thing at a time. Let's do this first. This would stop there, actually. Like, technically you can jump across there. Technically you can jump across there too. I think I need extra spider-proofing beyond. Okay, filling in this stuff under here. So this is fine. On the other side, there's a lot of filling in. Alright, so this hole in the ground, we're completely filling this. Are we doing? What are we doing? This. Mm, there is a bit in the middle here where there's a roof. Let me not trap myself. Gonna need more dirt, huh? Yep, gonna need a lot more dirt. I do want to finish that before I stop streaming today because I forget what I'm doing. So I didn't actually build any roads today. The plan was walls and roads. I did the walls. I guess we started putting the stuff underneath the roads. I need to bring more dirt. Not sure, actually. Maybe I don't. Carmen says, thanks for the stream. I gotta go. Alright, see you later, Carmen. I... Well, we got this far. Obviously, if they fill in all the way up to the level of the road will continue this way. So what are we doing? I guess next week? The roads will go around the outside of the wall on the eastern and western ends. Around the outside that way, so up there, down there, on outside the wall. And then on the other side, again outside the wall. And once we got the boundary roads in, 100% figured out, then we definitely finished the spider proofing on the outside. Underneath the like this stuff, the gap between the wall and the ground, I can just put cobblestone down, right, just straight down. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do something slightly more interesting? I don't know. And then interior roads, so more or less joining those up and joining that and that up in like a cross, except that in the middle here, we're gonna have the reservoir, right? The water's gonna come from here and flow down through the farms, and the roads have to cross the reservoir. So I'm thinking they don't actually go straight across. We might have in here a bridge. The bridge turns around and then bridge down. So the bridge kind of goes in like a 3/4 of a circle. And then the four roads would join into this kind of circular bridge that circles around the reservoir. It's geometrically complex. So a geometrically complex intersection in the middle, and then landscaping and everything, and then the farms. Okay, let me stop here. That's a whole lot of stuff to think about. But get more dirt for next week, fill in underneath the roads, build the roads. That's the plan for next week. Alright, I will see you next time.